I'm sorry, I missed recording it. Okay. So good evening, everyone. And we are very few of us, but that's okay. We need to start our daily, monthly routine. So how many of you are attending for the first time this session? You can raise your hand if you're attending it for the first time. Yeah, so people are still joining. So it's now. So I would like to know about each one of you if you have filled up the profile form, because that help us to know our members, what they are doing, and what kind of help is required from a BA. Now we have finished our 1 year. I mean, it's been it's So it's been a year since we started this program, and it's nice actually because it's the first time we tried doing something on regular basis, and it has happened. So 1 year we have completed. Our booklet is ready. Whatever talk has happened in last 1 year, we have made a beautiful booklet out of it. Uh, from next month, again, whoever volunteers, we will be coming up again with another volume of that booklet for the whole year. We'll just compile all the talk which is happening in the next 1 year in that booklet, and we will publish it for all the people who have missed it out. And all these recording of last 1 year as a basics of bioenzyme, it is there on our YouTube channel. So if any one of you want to go through it, please go through. And it's a See, it is not that we do this basics of bioenzyme to teach you about bioenzyme, because I know many of you are already making, and you know what 1 is to 3 is to 10 means, and what are the challenges we go through it. It's not about that. It's basically uh, to bring all of us under one platform to have the common kind of understanding. One. Second thing, uh, we will be doing a lot of program across India in every village right now, what is coming to our hands. Um, and we want our members to get benefit out of it. So until unless we have good trainers, until unless we are confident that our trainers are going to be, talking confidently to our farmers or to self-help group, we won't be able to help you out in that. And these trainings will be like every month, like once in a 1 day training, 10 days training, 21 days training. So right now, even in Bikaner, the 5 days camp is going on, and they're doing fantastic work. These children who cannot hear, deaf and mute students across country, almost 1,500 children have come. Uh, and camp is organized very nicely. All of them have got their stay, their food, everything is very nice. Once they come back, probably we'll have one sharing meeting, what they have learned there and how it is going on. So these schools, from all over India, students who have gone there, so we can do the year-long program in their school. So we are figuring out that. So until unless we have good trainers, it is not just about talking, because I talk, you listen. It is not that. We need to use the different medium to interact and to give our messages to such students, And we are also thinking of making our book, The Basics of Bioenzyme in Braille, because there are many students who cannot see, uh, would able to at least read what we are trying to do and why it is very important for each one of us to do. So, so these kind of sessions, which we foresee coming, and unless we have people coming forward, taking sessions, moderating the session. Moderating is another very important aspect of any online session. बहुत सारा इसमें क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, how to manage each of them, how to manage, because moderator is someone, someone between the audience or the participants and the speaker. So there shouldn't be any miscommunication and interacting and talking and bridging the gap. If there is any technical hindrance, how to handle it. So all these kind of thing also we are looking at, and I feel if we are representing BEA anywhere in the platform, we all need to be smart enough to handle all these small challenges. And Wiki is going to be one of the channel which will take this further in a better way. So we are definitely looking at people who are going to be training. I mean, we just take people who are going to be volunteering for this uh, training for first of every month, training and moderation, so that we don't have to plead them. You have to come forward and do it and show us what your capabilities and where we can start off with. And also a lot of projects are coming up in different states that we will be handling. So, we will, mm, uh, whoever members want to be a part of it can be a part of the projects also. Now, this is what is from our side. Uh, if any of you have any questions, you can ask us before Jyothi starts her session. It would be nice actually to see the faces, because we hardly meet. These are all the virtually we are doing, all of us are doing amazing work, but at least once we should see virtually each other. Maybe if we, in case we happen to meet, we can recognize. Hi, Gauri.
Hi, ma'am. Good evening. Hello, all.
Good evening.
Hi, I'm Gauri. I'm from Pollachi, Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
I have 1 year old kid.
Uh-huh.
So he's running. He's making me running behind him. So I couldn't switch on the video.
No, that's okay. And
Yeah.
we had this one international event, the restoration of water bodies. This lady, our speaker, main speaker, Dr. Yong, she is from Malaysia, and she has 3 small children. So while in the session, her children were popping from one side and this side, and they were all small babies. So mothers are like this, so it's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just joined now. So I was listening for the few minutes, for 2 to 3 minutes. I was listening what you were speaking.
Hmm.
So probably if the video is available in a recorded base, I'll listen to it.
Yeah, Gauri, it is there on our YouTube channel. You can subscribe to the channel. You will get the update, any kind of program what we do.
Okay.
You will be able to see.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll look on it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sucheta, आपसे तो मैं मिली हुई हूँ. You have done the training also. It's nice. And she had done our earlier session. So I would like all of you to, whoever wish to volunteer and being a trainer with BA, you can fill up the form which I've shared today, so that we can schedule the training program. Yogini is here. Yogini is our chairperson. You all know. I don't know if you know. uh, she is super active in a lot of activities around environment. By profession, she's environmental engineer.
Thank you, Priti ji. Whatever I can, I just do my bit, nothing more than that.
All of us are just doing our bit. We just have to enable, yes.
Yeah.
That's okay, Taru, if you're traveling, no point. It's okay, fine. Anyone else would like to ask any questions? Otherwise, Jyoti will start her session. I will just give a small background what Jyoti wants to talk today. See, this is a journey what all of us have gone through or we are going through in bioenzyme, and definitely there are certain things which would have, affected us or, somewhere where we thought of doing our bit for environment. And I've seen a lot of things happening on, on Insta when they talk so much against. I'm just talking about the mental or psychologically how we react. A lot of things are changing. We know it is changing, and the change is something which is inevitable. Now, instead of feeling bad or instead of feeling, frustrated about it, we need to bring in balance among ourselves, among us and our mind and our body. Now, this is very important because if we are into this positive work, we need to have the positive uh, thoughts and positive approach to handle these kind of crises. There are there was a time when I used to feel very bad about the dirty river or dirty landfills, what we see, and it would upset me for days together. And I mean, I was losing my balance, my peace, because, what are we doing? And each one of us are doing this. How do we take care of this? All that thing comes, but instead of getting affected so much, I feel we need to bring in the balance and peace among ourselves, because if landfill doesn't exist, then I think we also are not required. We are here to fix that problem. So if the problem exists, we will fix the problem. And this is our job, and we need to feel happy about doing our positive bit to revive our ecosystem. And instead of jumping into, or getting affected mentally, we need to think logically and work creatively. So that is where the balance comes. So, Jyoti, it's all yours now.
Thank you, Preeti. Your intro actually has paved way for me to easily take off my flight. Um, Wonderful to meet each one of you. It's been so long. We have not been in touch regularly, but then, yeah, but we are a one family, and I know what's happening at the end. Um, so today, as Preeti very clearly mentioned, we will be talking about a couple of things. You may be wondering why is Jyothi talking about. If you look at the invite itself, it speaks about mental health equals to environment health. So there is a logic reason behind this why we chose this topic. Yes, we're all angry, we're all upset with what is happening to our nature. Each one of us is trying our best, to put things or resolve things in a nice way, but then it's not a smooth journey. And when it comes to this journey, there are a lot of pitfalls where we have to, every time we fall, we have to get up, buckle up ourselves, and start moving. So I think that is what is important. So I think we're going to talk about mental health today. How important is mental health while we are doing our work, conserving our nature, which has been gifted to us? Yes. Um, Preeti, can I just share my screen? Yeah. Please let me know if my screen is visible. Yeah. Is my screen visible, Preeti?
Yes, it's very much visible.
All right. So, yeah. All right. So, I strongly feel, it is so important to keep a balance between our internal environment and the external environment. Otherwise, you really can't do what you are supposed to be doing. And I'm so glad for the first year anniversary of our monthly sessions. I have this opportunity to talk to each one of us, share some of the little experiences that I have in my life to work on healthy mind. So, which is so important for us to look at a very healthy planet. But let me tell you, my experience is not as huge and broad as each one of you bring in. I have very little things to share. But yes, I'm glad that I'm part of this huge umbrella called BA, where each one of us are holding each other's hand and walking. So, yeah, we'll get into the definition of mental health. I'm sorry because there is time constraint. I don't know how much interactive I can make it, but please do stop me wherever you feel you can add something. Yeah. So we will move into the definition of mental health. According to the WHO, it says a person, an individual who is physically fit, mentally fit, and socially fit. Only that particular person is healthy. All right. So now, what are these some of the key aspects that we are talking about? Is like when we say mentally, physically, and spiritually fit or socially fit. So we are looking at the emotional well-being. So how well is an individual able to manage their emotions, maintain a healthy relationship, be it within the family or the outside society, workplace, etc. And psychological is like, what is the whole purpose of my existence here? How satisfied am I with my life? Have I really have that contentment? Am I judging myself or am I looking at how worthy I am? And I'm also a social being. Human beings are a social animal. So what is my relationship in the outside world? Is it positive? Is it negative? Am I able to build good relationship with people, with individuals, with cluster of communities of people across different segments? It could be the class, it could be the gender, it could be religion, it could be language, anything for that matter. Yeah, so I mean, this is what is more important for us. So if you look at what are the factors that is affecting our mental health, these are some of the things that is put forward by the United Nations, and researchers have gone behind this. Definitely, when it comes to mental health, I'm not talking about the psychiatric health. I'm talking about the psychological health. So there are, some factors which can help affect somebody's mental or psychological health. Is it could be genetics, which is like predisposed from individuals. It keeps coming, families after families, generations after generations, because of some reason. Really don't know what the reason could be. And then, yes, the environment that we are living in. For an example, like if it is, we see many families, like for an example, let's take the Wayanad, floods that happened. It was a huge natural disaster. What one must be going through. So much of distress in them, so much of isolation, financial hardship. People do not have food to eat, longingness. They're just waiting. There were stories or newses that we have read that they have found children or relatives, 60 to 70 kilometers away from their hometowns because they were just washed away in the river, right? So, and even till today, people are searching for their loved ones. So that is the environment related stress that we go through. When I say an environment, is just not to do with the nature as such. It could be the place that I am, we are all being also. It could be home, it could, for a child, it could be a school, anything for that matter. And yes, lifestyle. So Am I eating a proper food, which will give me nutrition, which will keep me healthy? Am I sleeping well? Am I contributing positively to my peer or my family or anybody? What is the exercise pattern? Am I involving my physical body also in activities? Because all of us are a big witness to the COVID. So what happened is all of us were shut within the four walls. What kind of exercises happen? And that's when this revolution of online actually came. Otherwise, whatever, none of us knew that we could connect online, have our meetings, have our sessions like this online, right? And it is also to do with medical conditions. It could be physical health issues, which can help, impact your mental well being. It could be like, for an example, somebody met with an accident and the trauma the person goes to. Imagine one of their body part is lost. Then the whole life they are cribbing, crying that, I'm not mobile. I am totally dependent on somebody. So that can also disturb your the psychological health. Any comments, anything that you want to share apart from whatever I have shared here? Please feel free. Yeah. So, see, anything that we talk, we really need to have the support of some statistics. We need numbers. We need studies that has been done, right? So, if you look at the status of mental health in India itself, what are the prevalence? It's about 15% of the population, experiences mental health condition. Again, I want to clarify, it's not psychiatric, it is mental health conditions. And it is also sad to mention that the latest study, which is present with us, even if you search on the Google, is the National Mental Health Survey that was conducted in 2015 and 16. So it is almost a decade ago. So we have passed through pandemic and many other things have happened. We have witnessed many other things. So what could be the condition now? It could have been increased. Nobody has done a study after that. There are studies, but then I think they've not really come out or published these reports outside. And rampant increase in suicide rates, especially to do with the young people, the youth, because they are not able to handle the slightest of the stress. Or let me say, I will put it in other words, saying that I think we have not provided them a conducive environment where they can actually strengthen their mental ability and mental health. This again is from the National Crime Records Bureau. And there are a lot of stigmas that many people in India avoid seeking help due to fear of discrimination. Today I'm feeling sad, let's say, and I think, should I talk to Preeti ji about it? Sorry, I'm taking out only few names because I'm able to recall only those names. Or if Bhaskaran sir, can I call Bhaskaran and say, sir, and say, okay, this is what happened. What will he think? Or Yogini, if I'm going to call Yogini, will she judge me? And Jyothi seems to be all right, and suddenly what's wrong with her? I think this is what is. It's a very large portion of the stigma that is attached to people that stops them to take help, external help. You know. Okay, so why are we talking? Why is mental health a big talk today? Everybody is talking about mental health, and it is part of the SDG, Sustainable Development Goals by the UN. And UN says a lot of effort or investment has to go into building a mentally healthy nation, individuals, communities. That's because it is so important that we have support, emotionally, physically. Social health has to be taken care. Then it has to look into, only then we will be able to be very creative in what we are doing. We will be able to manage our lives, whatever smallest task that we are doing. If we remember, I think, I'm sorry, I'm coming back to the pandemic again and again, because That's one of the historical event that has happened during our lifetime, right? Each one, even from the newborn baby to people who were 80 plus have witnessed this. After the lockdown, when we were asked to go out, there was so much of fear in us, so much of fear that we didn't want to go out, we didn't want to go and talk to people. What will happen to me, what will happen to my family, right? And sitting at home, you do not have any other entertainment. So what is happening is, like, you are not being able to be produce good results, you're not able to be creative in your approach, so your focus is slowly coming down. So in order to enhance our productivity, I think we need all these things. And most importantly is coping skills. When during the introduction, Preeti ji mentioned that, it even a smallest reel on the Instagram, on the FB, or the post. I've seen many youngsters, even adults, as when we post something, or even on the WhatsApp, when we post our status, we quickly want to check how many people have liked it, how many people have seen it, why this person didn't see it. There's no like on my FB, right? So that itself can, pull us down. I've seen that among the youngsters. All of us have been looking at that because we work with youngsters a lot these days, and we are working on mental health, so we are able to witness that. So we need to build a resilience in them, that has to strengthen them so that they're able to manage every task. So if you look at the children these days, always onto the screen time, so there are homes which permits them to, okay, watch, instead of a mobile, why don't you watch it on a bigger screen like a television or on the laptop? But again, you need to really curtail their timings and saying not more than 30 to 45 minutes at a time. You can split it between two shifts in the morning and afternoon. Many things we juggle in, right? So that they don't get into addiction. So I think these are some of the coping skills that we need to work on. And next, we are all social animals. We need to focus on a healthy relationship. We need to look at the positive communication. Is there an emotional support that we are providing to our peer group? Let's come to BA. I've seen many of the times, within our own groups, within our own members, people calling each other and checking on each of them. Is everything okay? I heard something that you're not well. You didn't attend this session. You couldn't come there. What happened? Is everything okay? See, not necessarily we need to be there physically present to address something or support the person, but we are just a call away. Even a call will matter a lot, right? And looking at how we can introspect and see if there is a severe issue or a serious issue in any person, and how we can prevent this prolonged. If you look at, like, we talk about mental health in quite a serious connotations here, when we say, like, if we are able to even understand or recognize if somebody is just silent, then there is something wrong. So, if we are able to address that issue there, if Jyothi, all of you know that I talk so much, and suddenly I'm not talking, be it 2 sessions, sessions, even in person, that means something is seriously wrong with me, right? If we are able to recognize that and immediately stop it, which means we are stopping that whole thing taking me to a right where the psychological issue is getting converted into psychiatric issue, where I may have to be dependent on medications, right? The other thing is, we are here for a purpose. Even in BA, if all of us have come together, it is, I think, I strongly feel that we have been chosen by nature. Nobody comes together like this in forums, in communities. Each one of us are passionate about bioenzyme. Each one wants to do something or the other, even a smallest bit to our environment, right? While we are doing that, we are also looking at how you can keep your long life healthy and nice. Only if you're physically fit, you can live long. And if you're able to live long, we can accomplish what the whole purpose for what we have come here, right? So can I move on? I know I love to talk, but I would love to pause in between as well. If there is anything that you want to speak up or question.
Ma'am, please continue. It is a very good session. Even I had faced so many things in pandemic, especially I have seen a death very means it is like a very very hard time. Means me and my husband both are um, COVID positive, and he was admitted six. He was admitted in ICCU, and I was with my daughter. She's just 2 years old, and I know how difficult it was. So I'm truly grateful and blessed that I am alive. But yes, your session is very connected. Means thank you so much. Please continue.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. So far we spoke what is mental health, why it is important, and I think, see, each one of us do not come from psychology background, right? So that immediately you will look at somebody, okay, kuch to problem hai isme, chalo, I will go and resolve it, and Jyoti ka kuch issue hai, Preeti ji ka kuch issue hai, aaj hi main theek kar deti hu. You don't worry, I am there, I will resolve everything. Nahi, that is not the point here. But let me say one more thing. Even if we don't come from a psychology background, we have inherited certain qualities from nature or from our generations, which was instilled by nature, from our grandparents to our parents, or it could be our ancestors, that we are able to, touch the pulse, feel the pulse of somebody is feeling bad, kahin kuch to ho raha hai. We have that something called the instinct that speaks so strong within us, isn't it? You feel, or your dreams, or whatever you believe in, there is a message that comes to each one of us, and it says, no, there is something wrong and I need to attend to it, isn't it? So, for that, we need to understand how do we recognize these mental health concerns among anybody. Even if your pet, your doggy, or your kitten is not even eating, you will be wondering, Are, kya hua? By the way, I really loved your doggy, Yogini ji, is so cute. And I see the positiveness that he or she is bringing in into the home. If she is or
Yeah.
he is not eating, you will be worried. You will be wondering, "Arey, kya hua beta? You're okay." We try and talk to them, pacify them, and get them to eat. Similar things. So all of us, if you look at, we are no different from any creations on this earth. Yeah, so it is very important that we look at the potential or signs of mental health issues. So what are that? Persistent sadness or mood swings. Somebody who's been active, somebody who's been really on always on war footing, but all of a sudden this person is taking a backseat, always wants to be in hiding, is not talking, is not. So that means a person is going through something, is really going through something. We need to recognize that there can be excessive worry or fear. Let me tell you my examples. I've met with so many accidents that for me, walking on the road was fear, flying was fear, traveling by train was fear, cycling was fear, everything was fear. And my friends came to my assistance then. They would take me on the roads. I mean, one of my friends is Preeti here. She's taken me most of the time. She's like, Jyoti, don't worry, I'm there with you, Joe. Right? And when we are driving also, she'll say, Dekho, main aaram se ja rahi hu. You let me know if you're okay. Are you feeling any, are you anxious? Are you fearful? We will slow down, we'll take a break, we will go. So there are many people who have understood that my worry, my fear, and they've addressed that. That's what we need to look at. Are chodo yaar, this happened so many years back, and now you're talking about going and traveling, that you have a fear on all that. No, because when somebody is going through something, it's only that person who understands that. We don't understand it from outside. Henceforth, our role should be to facilitate them, not to take a knife and keep cutting them. Right? To even, we don't have to interrogate, we don't have to conduct an open heart surgery to understand what they are going through. Changes in eating, sleeping habits. Nowadays, you see youngsters, अरे नींद नहीं आ रही थी तो क्या कर रहे थे? फोन, इंस्टा, FB, सब हो रहा है, हो रहा है, हो रहा है, हो रहा है. Right? So what happens is, after certain period of time, your body starts giving up, saying that, okay, I think the person will not sleep by 10 o'clock. I'm supposed to be sleeping at 2. So I get used to it. Eating habits, when you see, it can increase or it can totally diminish down. Children, we have observed, the minute you snatch the phone from their hands, halla gulla, full tantrums, throwing and yelling and screaming. So what we do as mothers, we say, ठीक है, कुछ भी करो, नहीं मिलने वाला है. So we just pause and we don't react to whatever they are saying, right? 1 hour they are there and everything. मुझे खाना नहीं चाहिए, मुझे पसंद नहीं है रोटी. They go on. But after 1 hour, 1.5 hours, when they calm down, we hold their hand and tell them, beta, screen time is not good for you. Just not you and me also, we're killing our brain. That is why mama said this. Cholo, you eat, I've made your favorite food. And the child understands that. So these are many things that we keep watching. Also, very important is withdrawal from social activities. If you have a family gathering, if you have your community gathering, friends meet, then there is always avoidance. No, many are you, I'm not well, I have that work, I have to do this, blah, 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 blah. Pause for us some time and understand, what if this person is going through something, is not able to relate? Because we have seen the main issue why I'm talking about withdrawal from social activities. We have seen these things have led to people committing suicide. They have reached an extreme where they say, when people have gone. I was in Nimans last 2 weeks ago, attending a seminar on suicide prevention. Just saying, like, these people start posting posters or something on the WhatsApp, what do you call it? It's called status or FB, very sad things. And then they tell their family, अच्छा तुम लोग जा रही हो, ठीक है, चलो then, goodbye. A person who doesn't even say goodbye is talking about goodbye, right? So we need to recognize that. Difficulty in focusing or making decisions. I don't know what to do, I feel jittery. Even the smallest thing, they're not able to take decision. So our whole purpose or our role should be to facilitate these people and say, don't worry, you tell us what you want, we are here to support you, right? Yes, we were also hitting at the thoughts of self-harm or suicide. Let's look at reverse order, where it started from just a sadness or feeling low. It can build on if it is not addressed, it is not recognized. One may be going through many things, one may be able to recognize what they're going through, but there's no outlet for them to speak about it. There's nobody standing by them. Ultimately, it comes to, I am not worthy, I don't belong to this world, nobody wants me, I'm all alone, I'm fit for nothing. Henceforth, it is better that I move myself away from this planet. So, this is a very pathetic state anyone should ever go to, right? So, what happens? There's something called psychological first aid. When a child is riding a bicycle for the first time, we are watching. As mother, as soon as the father, the child falls, many mothers will say, "Ah, my mera bacha, you carry kuch nahi hua, kuch nahi hua, kuch nahi hua." But I've also seen mothers like, gir gaya, you're just watching. The child gets up, is angry. Mama didn't come and pick me up, but then thoda sha karach hua hai, it's okay. And then they pick up the bicycle again start pedaling. And in the night before putting them to bed, what do we say? We said, you are a courageous child. You have confidence, right? When you fell, you knew that you had to pick up, and then, अरे नहीं गिरते तो कैसे सीखते हैं, है ना? So that is what is the first aid we give them. Similarly, psychological first aid is to just be there for people, to provide them emotional support. Especially when people are going through distress. If you see during the pandemic, all of us were on calls. Birthday celebrations were online. I'm missing you. Funeral people are witnessing funerals online. Weddings are taking place online. Everything. But whatever the virus could do, it did. But we as human beings did not break down, right? We showed our strength, that we are there for each other. So that is what is psychological first aid. The first step of intervention that we provide. What is it? It could be a time when there is a personal loss, there could be a death, there could be a breakup between husband and wife. The son walked away. He wanted, without the permission of parents, he just got married to some girl, which we are not happy. It could be a job interview, loss, no job, or suddenly pulled out of a job. Or it could be exam stress or failed in the exam. Health issues, somebody is bedridden at home. How do I take care? Relationship conflicts, mother in law, daughter in law, sister in law, mother, father, or child and mother, anybody for that matter. A lot of discrimination, prejudices everywhere, anywhere. So, now what is the benefit of PFA? If you look at psychological first aid, it regulates our emotions. Because ultimately, what is everyone seeking? We are all seeking somebody to just sit and listen to the story that I'm talking, right? I'm so glad that you people have been a very patient listeners today, that I'm able to go on talking and talking, right? So, all of us in any need, we need somebody to just lend their ears. If you see, many a times it could be a place of death or anything. All that one person needs is, even if you're not able to speak, you just put your hand on that person's shoulder, hold that hand. Immediately, that person would burst out of tears and start crying. रोते हैं ना? All that I needed was somebody to just stand by me so that I can hold and cry. We have seen that in many places where there are deaths, people are not able to come out, they're not able to, have totally frozen. And suddenly, this good friend of theirs, childhood friend or whoever, comes and they hug them and cry and cry and cry. And after that, they're okay. Yeah. So the PFA provides that psychological or emotional support. Then it normalizes your reactions. Acha, theek hai, two people are fighting. Now what to do? So we learn that we are not supposed to react to the situation, but to respond to the situation, right? If okay, if my husband and I, we are fighting, if one of us have a clarity, then I would say, oh, this person is going on. Then what to do? I'll say, okay, fine, just please leave me alone. I just walk away from there. I stay outside for half an hour and I'm out of the place. I'm able to process properly in my mind. And then I know, okay, yeah, something has happened in his office and that's why he's behaving like that. Why am I reacting it? Right? Let me just respond to it. After half an hour, I go back. Then he feels, I'm so sorry. I was so rude at you. This is what happened last minute from the office. This is what the boss said. Right? Next, it provides reassurance and support to people, saying that when you call somebody and say, don't worry, I'm there for you. Many people you would have heard, like, यार सॉरी मेरे पास पैसे नहीं है तुम्हें देने के लिए, लेकिन मैं हूं तुम्हारे लिए. जब चाहे बस फोन उठाओ, मुझे कॉल कर दो. कॉल भी नहीं कर पा रहे, मैसेज करो, मैं वापस फोन करता हूँ. We hear that from people, right? That is the reassurance that we give people. And then we also provide offering practical coping strategies. As an organization, we provide PFA. I represent this organization called Voice That Cares. I will come to it in detail, wherein we provide practical coping strategies for people in and helping them problem resolving. All right, so far we have heard about what is mental health, how do we recognize if something goes in wrong with the mental health issues. Now we also spoke about psychological first aid. What's next? Let's understand common myths and facts about mental health, right? So, one of the mental health myth would be mental health issues indicate weakness. अरे तुम कायर हो. I don't understand. How can you one be like this? How can you be so weak? When do we say this? We tell this to especially men. अरे मर दो कोई रोता है क्या? Men don't. Strong men do not cry. My question here is, do you agree with that? Men are not supposed to cry? Or if we project our mental
No,
health, it indicates that we are weak?
no,
Yes, please. So you believe that men can cry, isn't it? Yes, why not? The gender may be different. We may be a female gender, they may be a male gender, but ultimately we are all social and emotional beings. What's wrong in somebody crying out with what is there in their chest, right? So the fact is, mental health conditions can affect anybody. Just like physical health night, it can help. When you're going somewhere, if you're a very calm person, you're traveling by bus or a train and some commotion happen between some two people there, you get disturbed, you come back home and you are in that, but it was a small thing, why did they fight, what happened, right? So that is the thing. Next is, children don't experience mental health issues or problems. Mental health issues does not know any age or gender. It prevails from the infant to a ripe adult. Yeah. Now, therapy is only for severe cases. They say, no? Like, if all of you know that I am from Bangalore, and if somebody, the other day also, when I was going to this conference to Nimans, I said, Acha, bhai, time ho gaya, I'm going to Nimans. Kahan ja rahi ho? Nimans ja rahi hu. They were like, okay. One of the eyebrows went up. Jyothi, all okay with you? Kind. So I said, we are presenting a paper, Baba. I'm going on mental health. Yeah, jokes apart. So these, when you talk about going to these institutions, people generally think that, oh, something is screw nikal gaya, isliye wahan le ja rahe hain. Right? No. Therapies, interventions are required in every step of our life whenever we face these issues. Any other myth that you people have heard that you want to share? Okay. Generally, we take one full session on addressing only common myths and facts. Today, because of the time constraint, I've just put together things and offer it as a package to all of you all. So, yeah, I just managed to put only 3 myths here and try to address that. We will move forward. Yes. So, what is the so what are we talking about here? Now do you understand why my title of this session is Healthy Mind is Equal to a Healthy Environment? Because unless we don't take care of ourselves, everywhere you see, be yourself, you matter. Because even in the flight, if you go, the first thing they say is the mother who is traveling with the child, the mother has to wear the oxygen mask, isn't it? Only if she is alive, she'll be able to take care of the child. So I have to put myself first. Parallelly, you would have also heard when we say, Rere, you're putting yourself before your children, your husband, your family. Dimag kharab hai, you are a selfish woman. No. When I put myself first, I'm taking the responsibility of myself, looking after myself. Only if I am fine, I'll be able to take care of my family, right? So let's look at how practically can we take care of ourselves. First, start with your physical health. I'm really sure that each one of us in this group are into yoga and various other aspects. Kudos to all of you all, salute you all, because you're really important and you are taking care of your health. But this session is just not for us. We are going to absorb whatever is being said, and we can see how we can take this across this message and see how we can build a healthy society, right? Regular physical health could be food, your sleep, your exercise, recreation. There's no harm in switching on the music and just have a dance blast. My friends and I have a group of friends. We are about 9, 10 women. I'm the youngest, by the way, and the oldest is about 76-year-old. Every month, fourth Saturday, we meet at one of the houses. What we do? Very simple food. Throughout everything that we are feeling, अरे वो नहीं ठीक नहीं हुआ, family में ये गड़बड़, office में वो गड़बड़, job is not fine, money is a problem. हो गया? Fine. Then we dance to the tune. Just dance out. And then we reassure ourselves that we are there for each other. Yeah? The next thing is take care of your heart also. How can you look at many practices that can help you release your stress? Many of us are into meditation. Please do that. Yoga, when you do your pranayam itself or left nostril breathing, helps you to just de stress in minutes, right? Or deep breathing when you do, wherever you can, whenever you're traveling. While you're sitting, also, you can just do deep breathing, isn't it? Then start getting into some hobby and enjoyable activities which can help you, uplift your mood, make you feel happy, right? Many times we have seen, like, even you or myself, I've done that. The day I'm feeling low or during my menstrual cycles or whatever, then I just dress up very well. Why? Because dressing up and suddenly it changes my mood. Okay, nothing. I just take a bag and go for a walk and come back. I even had my child asking me, Mama, just to take one round walk, you had to dress up so much. I said, no, but I'm feeling nice. I'm feeling happy, right? Let's spend some quality time with loved ones. Let's be away from isolation. Yes, isolation helps in very small aspects, but nothing like you being with a group of community. It helps you connect well. It enhances your relationship. Let's draw healthy boundaries. When we say yes is a yes, no is not a yes. There is also in filmy style, we would have seen, no? If the girl is silent, which means she said yes. She's shying away behind the curtain, which means it's yes. अरे किसी ने उससे पूछा है क्या? Nobody even asked her, right? So we need to prioritize our personal needs, our health, and say no. Okay, if I'm going to say, chalo bye, we have very little time, I don't know if I can connect. I want to extend this for another 1 year, one more hour. You'll say, I'm sorry. If possible, I've attended so far. Please, if it is recorded, then I will look into it because I have more other priorities, right? Yeah. And most important, I think each one of us are following it, gratitude practices. Daily, when we wake up, we start our day with prayers, right? Whether it is whichever God you refer to, or you are only a nature lover, you say, Universe, I'm so glad I'm just breathing, I'm alive. 3 वक्त की रोटी है मेरे पास, एक घर है, पहनने के लिए कपड़ा है, और क्या चाहिए? अच्छी सी फैमिली है. So we start looking at the good things that we have in our life, that somebody who's below us does not have. Let's start writing it. Journaling has really been a bigger strength for me because it helps in reflecting. When you go to bed, you say, wow, I'm thankful. Today I had a beautiful opportunity to talk about mental health to my peer group, to my friends. I'm really happy. it made my day. Right? So these are some of things that we need to look into. Okay, so I will just take you through a 2 minutes, just a 2 minutes breathing technique. If you can just gently close your eyes. Whenever you're feeling that, oh my God, I'm stressed, I'm feeling anxious, anxiety, what do I do? This is one of the tips that I would like to give you. I know each one of us are practicing yoga, pranayama is there. Do try this also. What you need to do is just close your eyes and imagine that you are going to draw a triangle. Okay? When you are inhaling, you are going upward angle and you are counting, you are breathing, and you are also counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Practically, let's do this. I'm not able to visualize you people, but I trust that each one of you are going to follow what I'm saying. So gently close your eyes. Take 2 breaths, deep breaths, and exhale. Now inhale. While you're inhaling, count 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold this for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now slowly exhale the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How did you feel? I know it's just one round. We always tell people to practice
I think there's a power interruption in a place.
Really nice. I didn't know Jyothi was a mental health coach.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it was really nice. And I think it is very much required. And, I felt today's session has brought us together more. And this is what we need to actually, I remember when Satish ji came first time to our when I met him for the first time. And it was actually funny, but now I feel it what he meant. He said, Preeti ji, it's so nice to meet you. हाँ बायोएंजाइम वाले एक दूसरे से मिल लेते हैं, अपना दुखड़ा बांट लेते हैं, या हमारा एंजाइम ऐसा हो गया, हमारा एंजाइम वैसा हो गया. And only I think only we can understand what is the connect. And that is why we are connected with each other. And this I'm telling you, almost 4 or 5 years back when I met him, he said, और किसी के साथ मन नहीं लगता है, खाली बायोएंजाइम वाले मिलने चाहिए, तभी होता है अपना बात.
Topic to speak about. And एक अलग ही होता है. Passionate.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that is what binds us together, the work, our passion, the way each one of us are doing, and each one of us are doing with a very good intention. There is no doubt about it. So I think Jyoti is calling, and Jyoti, we will conclude. I can.
कैसा लगा सबको session? How was it?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, now I can see.
I was not expecting this, but very interesting and very different. And I can recollect so many things what we have been facing during COVID, and really mental health is much more required. And with I think we are becoming more healthy mentally.
Oh, I I'm an ex-student of,
Please continue talking. I think Jyoti will join us.
I'm an ex-student of St. Francis College.
Mhm.
So they told me to do little counseling for the new students, first years. I got so much involved with them. I had to go to a person for counseling. I didn't have that much strength also to go through them with them. Then I had to stop. The doctor told me, you can't do all this. You need a good balance. I was taking everything so personally. Those students come. This was somewhere around 10 years ago. He told me not to listen to news, read newspapers. So I got habit ही छूट गया मेरा. News नहीं लिया, सुनना और paper नहीं पढ़ना. Again now with Instagram and all, again started off.
Now, meeting positive people also makes a lot of
Difference. Yes.
And I felt that way when I met you, Revati ji.
You won't be. My positive हूँ, मगर you won't believe, Yogini, people when they are sick or something, they just call me, Revati, can you help me out? पता नहीं, I think I don't have that much strength. But when I go and do
आपकी
for them,
आवाज में ही है कुछ.
my friend's husband passed away. She committed for a exhibition and a demo. And for 3 days continuously, I looked after her plants and everything. And I didn't know how much strength I had. It was amazing. भगवान देता होगा वैसा वो टाइम पे.
एकदम. अस्मिता, काय तरी बोल.
खूप छान मीन्स बहुत अच्छा सेशन था मैम. एक्चुअली हर कोई मुझे तो पता है कि हर कोई इससे रिलेट कर रहा होगा. जो ज्योति मैम ने एक एक वर्ड बोला वो हर कोई रिलेट कर रहा था. पैंडेमिक एकदम ऐसा टॉपिक है जो हर कोई फेस कर चुका है. और हाँ मैम, बहुत ज़रूरी है एक्चुअली. जो लोग सस्टेनेबिलिटी या फिर प्लैनेट से कनेक्ट करते हैं वो लोग, मुझे ऐसे लगता है, बहुत ज़्यादा इन दिनों मेंटल हेल्थ से गुजर रहे हैं. मीन्स बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती है, जब हम कनेक्ट कर जाते हैं नेचर से तो हम खुद नेचर से इतना अटैच हो जाते हैं कि हर छोटी छोटी चीज़ों को नोटिस करने लगते हैं. और आप यानी 10 साल पहले, 10-20 साल पहले का टाइम और अभी का टाइम बहुत चेंज हो चुका है. अभी बहुत फास्ट लाइफ हो गई है, रैट रेस चल रहा है. तो उसकी वजह से हम बहुत छोटी-छोटी चीज़ों को एन्जॉय करना भूल जाते हैं. और
Okay, 1 minute, Asmita.
Yes.
Jyoti is having problem in logging in again. So she is on the speaker here. So she just want to conclude the session just by talking few things and then we can talk. Yes, Jyoti, you can talk.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for whatever has happened. So kindly follow these breathing technique that I have shared. It is going to really help you. As I mentioned, I'm from Bioenzyme Entrepreneurs Academy, and we have been yeah. I'm so used talking about Bioenzyme Entrepreneurs Academy. I'm also representing Voice That Cares. Voice That Cares is an organization that works on mental health, and we provide psychological first aid counseling through a free helpline. Okay, so what we have a toll-free number through which people can connect to us. Being recorded. Okay. I got connected to the.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. So if you see that this is the helpline number, my humble request to each one of you is whenever you see somebody is going through some plight, please share this toll free number 8448 8448 and 45. So we have languages, 7 languages that services is offered. English, Hindi, and Telugu runs between 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. Gujarati, Tamil, Kannada, and Malayalam is just added. So we run between 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. And it's a free mental health helpline, and next slide, please, Preeti. It's actually an initiative by Heartfulness, Ripples of Change Foundation, which has formed this voice that cares. It started during the pandemic. And we have, during the, with this PFA, what we do is we listen deeply with empathy. And we have volunteers who are there to listen to the plight and help you. Next slide, please. Yeah. Next slide. Yeah, these are, I mean, on an average, till today, we have received more than 1 lakh plus calls day in and day out, from Indian public who are seeking compassionate solace. So these are some of the things, cases that we have dealt so far. Next one, please. Yeah. And we also have a list of organizations who are running various other helplines whom you can connect with, contact them, and help people when they are in distress. They could approach all these organizations. I can also provide the helpline list a little later to each one of you. Yeah. And yeah, so all that, what is the takeaways today is that if we want our planet to be healthy, then it starts from us to be healthy physically, mentally, and spiritually. So I want to pose a challenge to each one of you here. Are you ready for a challenge for next 30 days? Wherein you will look after your health, physical fitness, sleep pattern, your diet, right? And ensure that you are a physically fit person. Only then you will be able to serve Mother Nature. So this is a 30-day challenge, and I'll come back to you after a month. That is the 1st of November. And I think our monthly meeting will start with a recap asking you what you have done for your health. Yeah. So with all this, and these are the couple of things that we need to recap is prioritize your sleep, eat healthy, practice mindfulness, help each other, practice having positive viewpoints, connect with others, get out and move and enjoy this one and only life that we are going to live on this one and only home called Earth. Thank you, everyone, for your patience and listening. Beyond this technical glitch, yet you people were there for me. Thank you. It really means a lot. Kindly share this information to anyone and everyone. Anytime that you want any support, we are here, and I'll be more than happy to connect with you all if there is a need to conduct any session for any group. A big thank you. Let's take care of our brain, our heart, and then take care of this environment. Thank you and namaskar. Any closing remarks? And then we can close. I'm sorry that I had to extend.
Jyothi, it was very nice, and thank you so much. And I want to, I will tell you usually what I have observed being in the sector of ecology. Usually, people I've seen a lot of share which happens against the plastics, against a lot of things. What is causing a challenge? So. If you see rain, every city get drowned in rain to nowadays. It is not the problem with rain, and the media talks about rain has created havoc. It is not the rain which has created the havoc. It is the mismanagement or the poor urban planning which has caused the problem. So, we need to address the things in a different way and then we solve the problem. It is not about the rain which is causing problem anywhere. We have seen in Bangalore this year the kind of water shortage, and the water shortage is still there today. The kind of water shortage we go through. It is, people talking about plastic acha nahi hai, isko band karo, wo band karo. It is not about plastic is bad. Plastic is created with a very good intention. It's the mismanagement of plastic where we are not able to manage. We are not putting the effort in managing it well. So it is not the problem with the plastic. It is a problem with our management system. It is a problem with our recycling system. And plastic, if you understand plastic well, it is the polymer. If it is not in this form, it is existing in different form, but it is there, and the plastics are there. So we need to accept it, and only way to handle is to recycle it properly. And if we are failing to recycle it properly, this is what our drainage will get clogged, our river will get clogged, our ocean will get clogged. Everywhere is the issue with that. It is not about anything else. So we need to understand that and handle the issue, not what media is talking about. पानी ने कभी पानी क्या is like the way the water is being talked about in our paper, rain especially. रेन से ये हो गया, रेन से वो हो गया, बारिश से ये हो गया, बॉम्बे डूब गया, दिल्ली डूब गया, बैंगलोर डूब गया. कुछ नहीं डूबा है. It's only our lack of our urban planning. We are not planning it well. We need to plan it well. It is our drawback. It is not the rain drawback. It is not the problem with the plastic. It is the problem with our management system. It is the problem with our recycling system. It is not the problem with plastic. So I think we need to change our attitude and stop hating things what media is projecting on us. And we need to think from our mind, what is the solution we can give. So these are the thing what I can think, how we can keep peace with ourselves and with the environmental issues. We need to think in a different way, not the way it has been projected.
Thank you. Yes, Preeti. I totally resonate with what you said. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being there and witnessing this
And
session.
anything anyone else wants to share? Otherwise, we'll close today's session.
Maybe one or two feedback will really be appreciated.
Jyothi, we had too many feedbacks. Everybody liked the session. It was fantastic. And Revati shared,
Oh,
Asmita
Revati ji is there.
shared.
Hi, Revati ji. Sorry, I missed. Yeah.
How can I miss yours? How can I miss your program? That day when you spoke about gratitude and all that, I put a reminder. I must attend बोल के. नहीं तो काम में भूल जाते.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for today.
Thank
This
you.
was much needed.
Yeah. So our idea here is part of BA is that just not looking at only bioenzyme, yes, that is our ultimate goal. That is where we want to. But alongside we are journeying together in order to make ourselves available there. There are a lot of things that we need to do for ourselves. So we are trying to look at how we can have different sessions on different aspects where we build our inner strength, our skills parallelly, and then work for nature as well. So we
Okay,
are looking forward to have more variety of sessions for all of you all.
Yeah, and we have one more fantastic thing to announce. I forgot about it since we don't have even newsletter fixed yet, newsletter, regular flow of newsletter. I would like to announce this today. January, we are like the way July is being used as plastic free July, we are going to launch it as Bioenzyme Cleanse January. So entire January, we are going to have the activities. We will be sharing the calendar by in December. So we would like all of you to create, it is the social media, I can say, or to make it popular, the acceptance of bioenzyme, because BA is also looking at announcing the whole year of bioenzyme the way we had millet year last year. So maybe in future we will have something for the whole year for the bioenzyme, but let's start with 1 month now. So we call it as Bioenzyme Cleanse January. So bioenzyme, yeah, and we have some young interns who are working on creating a lot of posters. We need to have a lot of videos every day, one topic, and all of us are going to use it to make it popular. How January can be, I will not say chemical free at all. How it can be nature friendly or bioenzyme friendly month. So this is going to be entire January, 1st January to 31st January. So that's it for now. And anything else, if you have, you can share it, or else we'll just close it today's session. Jyothi,
Thank you, Jyothi. This is Preeti. Nice session. Really very, very interesting. Please share the flyer.
Sure.
yeah.
I will
So
do that.
that it will come as a good ready reckoner for us if somebody needs it, we can
Sure.
forward it to them. Thank you so much.
Definitely,
And lots of best wishes. You're doing an amazing work. And
Thank
it's
you.
the need of the hour.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Preeti,
Yeah, Jyothi.
uh, before this COVID, I started learning bioenzymes.
Yeah.
Then COVID 2 year, that 1 year I was using it. In my building, almost everybody got corona, except I and my husband.
Yeah. Bioenzyme effect.
And you won't believe, my children in US know, mommy, please be careful, please be careful. I'm using what is this bioenzymes now?
So I recently had, it was on 28th of September, I had an international conference where the students from US and China had joined. It was in the morning, 7 o'clock, and the group was 350 participants.
My God,
I
excellent.
never thought so many people would look forward. And since it was the first introduction on that platform, it is John Cobb's Academy of Ecology. It was their platform where I spoke for, my timing was 90 minutes, but it went off to 120 minutes. And the topic
Auntie
was,
Tara's eating crab.
and and the topic was only Preeti. So they just wanted to listen to my journey and the kind of work we have done from from a mother to BA Soil and Soul and BEA, the kind of journey, the kind of work. It was just that it was basically focusing on how an individual can do a work if they really want. So it was only my story, so I didn't feel like sharing it in our group because it is so much for everybody to listen. But yeah, it was that it went on really nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I will share the video once the video
Please
is
do
up.
share. Please do share.
Yeah, I will.
In fact, I want to add something, Preeti, here.
Yeah,
See, each one of us here have been doing many, many things.
yeah,
I see, a lot of posters of Yogini ji and Revati ji.
yeah, yeah.
Why are you people being in hiding? Please reveal to us what you are.
No,
This is Dashera, so let's reveal ourselves. So I think somewhere we need to document our journey
yeah.
as well.
I think, yeah, and Yogini has another session now, I guess.
Yeah.
He is.
I have to leave. And
Yeah.
Jyothi, please call me Yogini and cut the G.
अब प्यार से बुलाती हूँ, कुछ नहीं प्यार से.
नहीं वो जी आते ही वो प्यार खत्म हो जाता है. And चलो मैं भागती हूँ, नहीं तो मुझे मारेंगे
Thank you.
वहाँ.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
It
Bye.
was wonderful, Jyothi. It was wonderful.
Thank
Tata.
you.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Have a lovely evening. We'll
Bye-bye.
connect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jyothi.